Assuming you're about to buy a car for the very first time, at this moment, you know nothing about cars at all, and you've never had any experience owning one. This is about to be your very first car. What are you more likely to do? You're going to talk to someone who has owned cars before, right? John is probably your friend who have had more experience in cars, driven different cars, and knows car a whole lot more better than you. So the question is, what if John had only driven a Mercedes all his life? John is a car fanatic of Mercedes. He loves everything about Mercedes. The only cars he drives is Mercedes. What advice do you think John is going to be giving you just buying a car for the very first time? Of course, it's the latest in Mercedes. This car has the best of horsepower, the acceleration, the gear is top notch and everything. But he has forgotten that you're about to buy your very first car. And at this point, you're not looking for a high maintenance car. You need a budget friendly car you can comfortably manage. What if every decision you've always done about buying properties or investment had always been through the lens of someone like John? The reality is, oftentimes when we're about to make decisions, we make decisions through the lenses of someone else, someone we trust, someone we like, not knowing that these people only share experiences based on their sphere of experience. So that is why we always rely on data. Data is not about one person's experience. Data is a collective experience from so many people and study the experiences of these many people. Today we're going to be looking at a 4-year research on the market performances of properties and different axes in Lagos. So today we're going to be analyzing data of market performances of different neighborhoods in Lagos. So from my screen here, you can see the first row is the neighborhoods we're going to be analyzing. And we have here Ikoyi, VI, Apapa, Ikeja, Ketu, Maryland, and a whole lot more. And in the second row, we have the average price of properties in 2009 in these locations. So in 2009, we had an average cost of rent in Ikoyi was 2 million. In VI it was 3 million. In Apapa, 700,000. Ikeja, 650,000, and the rest. And in this third row, it represents the price of properties, average price of properties in 2015 in these different locations. So, an average apartment in Ikoyi that was worth 2 million naira in 2009 was 208 2.2 million 308,000 in 2015. And this last row represents the percentage difference between these years, between 2009 and 2015, in terms of market value of these properties. So very quickly, we're going to just analyze the highest performing three and the worst performing three. So, from my analysis here, we could see that the best performing neighborhood was Lekki. Lekki, the rental value of properties in Lekki in 2009 was 90,000 naira, but in 2015 it spiked to 528,000 naira, and that's 487 percentage in growth. Wow, that's amazing. So coming back to the next best performing neighborhood is Lagos Island. In 2009, the market value was 150,000, and coming back to 2015, the market value is a whooping 587,000 and has a 291 percentage appreciation. And another third best is Maryland. So Maryland was renting for 215,000 naira in 2009, and in 2015 the same property were valued at 679,000. So one thing I want us to deduct from this video, the entire essence of this video isn't to, bring down a particular neighborhood against the other. So as investors or prospective investors, the most important thing in this data is a question of why. If we could have the why right, it will help us prepare and be able to make better informed decision on the right property to buy and the best place and time to buy those properties. So this is the entire essence of this video. So when we see a neighborhood performing the best against other, what we should be more concerned of is why, and then we can align that right to help us make other investment decision, to enjoy the best return on investment from our investments. So going over to the worst three, performances are, the number one here is VI. VI depreciated drastically from 3 million value in 2009 to 1.550 in 2015. So there was a 48% depreciation. Wow, okay. So there was 48% depreciation in market value of properties in VI. And mind you, this data is not just subjected to people buying properties for rental income. This data also goes forth for people buying and reselling. The next less performing neighborhood we have here is Ikoyi. Ikoyi performed at 19%. And so that means between 2009 and 2015, Ikoyi did 19% appreciation rate. And the same goes for Ikeja. Ikeja was 26% in appreciation. So let's study this chart a little bit more to understand what we have here in figure. So the orange colored line here represents the difference between the value of properties in 2009 and 2015. So the purple color here represents the value of properties in 2015. The blue color here represents the value of properties in 2009. And then this orange color represents the difference between the value of properties within those time frames. So when this arrow goes up, it means there was exponential growth. When it comes down, it means there was an increase, a decrease rather. And then when it's juggling, it means and when it stays here, it means the growth was actually, slow. So this arrow tells us the difference between the value of properties in 2015 and 2009. With that in mind, we could see from these charts, this is Ikoyi, the growth rate was really, really, really small. And this is Victoria Island. So one thing I want us to take back from all of this is, get involved with data. Data is key. People's experiences are defaulted. They are narrowed to their perception, and one person's experience doesn't have to be your own. It can never be the same. So, but what data does is it collects different people's experiences, and when studied, it gives us more perspective and introspection to what is actually true and what isn't. So this research was carried out by Lamudi Barometer Real Estate. So according to the research, the reason Victoria Island witnessed a diminishing market value compared to the performance of the previous years is as a result of the over commercialization of the neighborhood, making it less residential interesting. Another reason is as a result of the migration towards the Lekki Aja Ekpe axis, which equally affected Ikoyi as well. From this data, it says that people are becoming more interested going towards the Lekki Aja Ekpe Expressway. However, this data was between 2009 and 2015, so it doesn't fully capture what is presently happening, which we're going to bring in subsequent videos relative to that. However, are you enjoying this video? Do you like this market segment? Do you like this kind of video? Is it the kind of video you would want to see more of? Please let me know by commenting below so that we can, put in more work towards videos like this. Or do you love video tours? What kind of video, what kind of real estate content do you enjoy? And are you looking forward to see? Because it's very, very important. The entire essence why we do what we do is for you. So if you're not enjoying it, if you don't like it, then we have no business being in business. So going in further, we realized that a couple of places on the mainland did and really, really good exponentially. So places like Badagry really did amazing. And from the data here, it says from the data, this was as a result of the massive infrastructural construction that were happening around that axis. So a lot of developers' attention were tilted towards there. There were a lot of development and constructions around those axes to accommodate the proposed infrastructural development, emanating and coming in there. So this, it triggered the value of real estate in that axis astronomically, and it's really beautiful. So currently, coming back to 2023, the blue line is still under construction, though the first phase has been completed, but the other phases are still under wire. Based on research from Barudin Barometer, it showed that there were a higher demand of rental properties on the mainland. Yaba had the most demand for flats, 30 times the available supply. Lekki had 29 times more demand for properties than what was available. Yaba had the most demand for apartments compared to every other region, and we're looking at 30 times higher than what was available. So there was 30 times demand for housing compared to what was available. And what kind of houses were people looking out for? People were looking out for flats. So if you were in Yaba and you were not building a flat, you were building a duplex, it means you'll still be not taking advantage on the market demand available. So Yaba had 30 times more demand compared to what was available in the market. And same went for Lekki, the Lekki axis. There was 29 times more demand for housing compared to what was available in the market. While the Korodu axis, there was higher demand for land properties. So if you were in a real estate industry between 2009 and 2015, if your investments were not within this frame, then you were losing out on what the market wanted. So I really hope you enjoyed this session, because I did too. I mean, I love data. I love working with data, and I hope you as an investor, you should fall in love with data. I mean, our perception, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunts, anybody can go wrong, giving you wrong advice against what you're supposed to do. But data, you can never ever go wrong with data. Data would always lead you where you're supposed to be going. By the way, I'd like to state it there that the federal government equally is working actively to elevate the pressure, the housing pressure of Nigerians. There are facilities like the LHF that enables you buy a property and pay gradually over a period of time. So there are facilities like the NHF that enables you, buy a property and pay over a long period of time, as long as 20 years, depending on your age and your income range. Okay, so depending on your age, you can access these facilities and get to sell a property and just pay gradually over time. So I really, really do hope you enjoyed this segment. My name is Salome Basi, and I'm the lead consultant for Real Estate with Sally. So what we do best is match property buyers to the best and highest return on investment in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you're a buyer
looking to invest in real estate, you people you should be talking to is my firm, my company. We will help you the very best and the most way that no other company would able to offer you. If you're seeing this video for the very first time, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on this notification. And if you know that someone can learn something from this video, if you know that this video could be, a sort of learning tool for someone can benefit from this video, please go ahead and share this video to that someone. It's a show of love and it's free. Did you enjoy this video at all? Did you like this video? Did you like this video? I would really, really like to know your opinion. And would you like us to create more content like this? Do you like content niche around, market performances in the real estate sector, or are you okay with tour videos? What kind of videos do you like around real estate? What would you like to know about real estate? Please help me by commenting below. I'll be signing off now and see you on the next one.